Dadar. This is a new Bollywood movie. Well, I say new, but I guess it came out like early on in the month. I have been so busy this month with December and the holidays. Well, not this month. I guess it's January now. And you will see this video in January. So it's the first of the month. That's why I said that. But yeah, it's just throwing me off New Year's and all that. But I finally had time to go watch this movie. And I decided to check this out because I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of Bollywood movies because they're really not my thing. Though I really enjoyed War and War 2. I checked those out this year. So I'm making it a goal in 2026 to see more. Don't know how often I'm going to be because some of these Bollywood movies, the tickets are really expensive. I noticed like some of them are like 20, $30 per ticket. I'm like, I'm not going to spend $30 to go to a movie when I can go to a concert for the same price sometimes in my area. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? But so I was interested in checking this out. And so, I decided to go check this out. And I really happy I did because I loved this movie. Not as much as I thought I would, but I say that because I've been hearing great things. This movie's in limited release. Mostly because, first of all, it's 3.5 hours, and then also it's a Bollywood movie, so it's not going to be a full wide release. But this movie is getting a lot of play in these limited release circles, and it's doing really well. So I'm hearing a lot of good, so that's why I finally went to go see it. I noticed the theater I went in, when I went in, it was an empty theater, but then by the time I left, there were tons of people in this theater. And, a lot of them were of a certain demographic or descent that, would be at a movie like this. But a lot of them also weren't, clearly. People who don't watch Bollywood movies were checking this out. Though I do not think this movie was very marketed very well because even the people I was talking to, it has an intermission. Did not realize that there was a part 2 that is coming out in March of this year, and I didn't know that either until after I was looking up information about the movie. Basically, this is a 3.5 hour movie about intelligence agencies and stuff. And there's like romance, there's action. All of it is really well done. I do think though that this movie is put into acts, and some acts are a little bit slower than others, but other ones really pick up the pace. There's great action, great character moments. There's a lot of emotions to it and just political intrigue, and I just thought it was all well realized and just really good stuff. And I don't like a lot of Bollywood movies just because there is a cultural barrier with some of these, but this is one of those like it feels like a political intrigue type movie America would do, but just longer and kind of its own beast. And really, if this kind of thing was made, it would be a mini series on Amazon Prime, I would imagine, if it was made here in the States. But of course, it's not. It's a over 3 hour epic that's split into 2 different movies. And so we'll see how part 2 comes out. But I thought this movie was just really cool. A lot of great action, great character moments, and emotions to everything. And I was just really shocked by the whole thing. So I recommend, if it looks interesting to you, check this out. I noticed the theater that I went to that had this was the last day. So I don't know if other theaters are going to be doing the same or how long they're going to be playing it. I imagine it depends how well it's doing in that theater. But this movie seemed to be doing pretty well. It was really nice that this had 10-minute intermission. What was great too is even though they sold out of the Marty Supreme buckets, I still had because I'm an A24 Regal Clown Club member, I had a free popcorn, and so I was able to get that even though I wasn't able to get that Marty Supreme bucket. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.